What is going on, guys? We are doing another live stream today. I have not done another live stream in, I want to say maybe a year and a half, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I'm back with a live stream. Today we are going to be talking about, if you read the title, Transformers Primes. This is just going to be a bit of speculation, what to be expected in the line, what I like about it, all of that fun stuff. Now, if you guys, I'm going to pull you all up here right now on the live chat, just in case. Got you here. I want to be able to monitor my chat, if anybody's even watching. But, yeah. The Primes. Was officially revealed, the title of the line was revealed a while back, like late last year. Early this year, I don't remember. I think late last year. When Comic-Con came around, everybody lost their crap, seeing what we were getting for this line, all that fun stuff. Now, we all know who's in Wave 1. Skullgrin and Liège Maximo, Beachcomber, Dreadwind, Hot Rod, Starscream. Well, Hot Rod and Rodimus are the same, and Starscream. Blackwing is part of Wave 2. Now, I'm gonna pull my out of figures from this line that we may end up seeing, or should see, or want to see in this line. Now, in the Legend scale, Cliffjumper, Eject, Sundor, Ratbat, Frenzy, Huffer, and Pipes. Those are legends in this line that need to happen. We don't know as of this moment. Cliffjumper and Eject and Frenzy may happen, just because they are the same molds as the Titans Return versions, and those over into this line. But for Sundor, Reflector, Ratbat, Huffer, and Pipes, I do not know as of this moment. Wave 4, Wave 5, and Wave 6 kick into place, because we already know from the leaks, Wave 1 to 3 legends are Windcharger, Scrapnel, Beachcomber, Slash, Battle Trap, Road Slash, or Battle Slash, Road Trap, Tailgate, Cindersaur, and Outback. That's what our legends look like so far. So I don't know about these guys, and maybe a new Warpath. Who knows? I want to hear from you guys. Like, what legends do you expect to see out of the Titans or Power of the Primes at all? In the live chat when moving on to Deluxe class. Things that I want to see badly in the line class. Sideswipe, Ratchet, Blue Streak, Trax, Wreck Guard, Junkion, Chromio, Red Alert, Sure Shot, Point Blank, and Crosshairs. The last 3, they should have happened in Titans Return, but they didn't. Unfortunately. But, yeah. Let me know. What deluxes do you guys want to see? Let me know right here in the live chat. Sideswipe, Ratchet, and Blue Streak is because, well, since these figures are based on the Combiner Wars, and most of these figures are based from Combiner Wars and Titans Return. Sideswipe could be redone from Sunstreaker, and there you have Sideswipe. Oh, great. Anyway, Ratchet could be just import Takara Ratchet. Update the gimmick. Anyway, but yeah, they could do Ratchet in this line, update the mold a little bit, give it the Power of the Primes gimmick, Blue Streak to complete, Prowl and Smoke Screen. I don't know. Since Blue Streak was in the subscription service, I don't know if they let us have that figure. Paying $90 for a Blue Streak. I don't know why I put tracks in my list. It's weird. Retgar coming because of those listings that we saw. The Junkion could just be a repaint. I mean, that needs to be done. I like the Thrilling 30 mold of her, but it's just RC from Prime. Chromia needs her truck mode. Red Alert. Yeah, I just want Red Alert. And the last three in Titan's Return. Now, the Voyager listing I have here, this needs to be done. It be done, but it needs to be done. Megatron, Soundwave, Blaster, Skywarp, Thundercracker, Grapple, 8-Face, and Snapdragon. I mean, it could be done in 3 waves, maybe. Shockwave and Megatron, I know are going to happen in this line. Thundercracker and Skywarp, I know are going to happen in this line. Because you can't have Starscream and not have Thundercracker and Skywarp. Maybe. Just maybe because they're using Inferno. 8-Face and Snapdragon, I have no idea if we're ever going to see these two. Fine. And for Leader Class, I couldn't think of anything else other than Star Saber. But, yeah, okay, cool, Scott. I already know half of everything you've gotten because of Drew. Anyway, that's the figures I would like to see in Power of the Primes. Like, that I've been doing in my videos recently for these guys. Like for Megatron, for Optimus Prime, figures that are to be shown in this line but haven't been officially revealed by Hasbro yet. So, let's talk about, okay, the combiner gimmick of the line. Everybody noticed when Toy Fair, or not Toy Fair, Comic-Con. Everybody noticed when reports on Dreadwind and Blackwing, and then they saw it on Jazz in the image that they released, that Hasbro released on their Transformers page. Everybody was like, they all have Combiner ports. Does this mean Combiner Wars is being brought back? They showed off Starscream and had to change his position because Starscream was showing some certain things that they didn't want to be shown yet. Reports for the Voyager molds. Anyway, but and everybody was kind of complaining that Starscream was a little too bulky for his own good. Well, there's a couple reasons to why he's big and bulky like that. One, he's housing a gimmick, and most gimmick figures are kind of bulky. Two, that's kind of what he had in his design. And three, the reason he looks like that is because of the paint apps they gave him. Look fat and chunky, That's because of the panel, the ridge on the outside of his arm. In the comics, that's actually the same color as his robot mode, white. But for budget reasons, they made it all blue, so his arms look like big and bulky Basher arms. And his head's a little shrunken, just due to the sake of he has to house the gimmick. What the gimmick is officially, we don't know. A combiner mode because he has Combiner Wars ports in his feet and in his forearms. Which it took me a little while to realize. I was cruising through Facebook and people pointed out that Starscream has these ports. Like, they started speculating that this could lead into Voyager mold for the Unite Warriors line. Erga, or via that way Takara can make their Lio Kaiser that they haven't gotten to yet. Like, Takara has not released Lio Kaiser because Lio Kaiser has Skylinks. I think that was his name. I think it was Desaurus. But I think they're going to use the Starscream mold as Leozak over there. They're not going to adapt Starscream because it has this thing of releasing a version of a character every single year. They have a tendency to not do it because of their comic series that's going on within their figures. But Blur, or not Blur, who is the figure? I was gonna say Windblade. They're not releasing the Titans Return Windblade figure overseas because they already have their Windblade comic series. My guess is that they may take the mold and turn it into somebody else. Why? They'll take figures that weren't, or the characters, and not use them, but use their bodies as another character. Actually, who did they use over there? Alpha Trion. We got Alpha Trion here, but they didn't use him over there. They only used him for Leo Prime. Major Optimus mold. They used it for Sentinel. They didn't release him over there. They just made Astro Train. Megatron. They haven't released Megatron over there, nor do they plan on it. They've only got Blitzwing for the Optimus Megatron molds. Those are the only Voyagers I can think of over there that did that. Anyway, though, I don't see Takara releasing Starscream as the Voyager mold, but they are going to use this mold for a potential Leozak or something else. And I cannot wait to pick up Starscream from Power of the Primes because it's finally a decent Starscream. Armada one, not the video game figures. I like those, but best for a Chug display. Armada or video game stuff, but not your shelf to represent Generation 1. Let's move on to over scale. Let's talk about Rodimus Prime and the Deluxe Hot Rod, which leads into Optimus. Rodimus Prime transforms into his Winnebago truck mode, robot mode for Rodimus. But when you put him in his Winnebago mode, you can actually take out the car Hot Rod, a very, very good G1. And I love the way that this thing looks. I'm still going to get Titans Return Hot Rod, but The Primes one is looking a lot better. Now, in robot mode, when you put Hot Rod into the Rodimus trailer, basically, from what I've been able to tell, is you basically take off, like, it has parts forming in it. The upper section of the trailer, which becomes his arms for bot mode, and then you attach legs, and then you put the rest of the trailer into the bot, and that's how you get Rodimus. What it's going to do with Optimus. Of the trailer that detaches from the actual trailer and then attaches itself to Optimus to continue the robot mode. Optimus is with Leader Class Power of the Primes Optimus is that it's about the same size as Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. Roughly smaller truck mode because of the way he transformed. I'm hoping that this is the case and it is a Voyager class truck. That way, there is a good chug scale Prime. That way people don't have to go for scalper prices on eBay for the Classics Prime. It's getting hard to find. And Titans Return Prime isn't G1 Prime, but everybody liked the mold for Blitzwing, or not Blitzwing. So I don't know. I am picking up Leader Prime. I think in the chat about Power of the Primes, Rodimus, Optimus, Starscream, all that. Moving on to, since I covered, I forget if I covered the deluxes already. I forget. Jazz. I'm ecstatic that we're finally getting another Jazz that isn't the Classics Jazz deal. God, I hated that thing. I hated Reveal the Shield Jazz because, one, his chest didn't click into place. Look right. And 3, the door wings. If you've watched G1, Power of the Primes Jazz looks just like G1. Toy and the G1 cartoon. Although G1 Jazz toy had door wings. I like the new modern update to Jazz because it looks perfect. I could probably see Takara releasing Jazz because I don't think they have a. Yeah, not that I'm aware of anyway. The Power of the Primes Jazz looks perfect in my opinion. I do not care if he does have the Combiner port. Autobots that came out of Combiner Wars, I don't treat them as combiners like Ironhide, Sunstreaker, Mirage, Prowl, Wheeljack, Hound, Trailbreaker, Smokescreen, Ratchet, and now Jazz. They're combiners, so I will treat them as non-combining characters. And there's already some speculations going around of Jazz being a pre-tool for something. What of? I got no clue. I'm hearing something about a GoBot character from the Diaclone series. That's what I've been told that it could be a pre-tool of. I don't know. Jazz looks great. Cannot wait to pick him up to go right alongside collection because my bot collection is ever growing. Moving on to Blackwing, or I guess they can't call him Darkwing because Disney owns the rights to the name of Darkwing for Darkwing Duck. But I idolize the Combiner Wars aerial bots more prohibitively. Skydive and Air Raid with Dreadwing. it's the same mold as Skydive, except now for some reason, and it looks cool, they took the wings off Skydive's back and actually made them go to the back of his feet. Kind of cool. It kind of differentiates the molds now. A gray, green, and white and purple, or actually no, there is no gray. Gray, green, golly, and yellow and white. It's its own thing now. The only thing that's different, or the only thing that's left over from Skydive, the jet nose from. The same can be said about Blackwing a little bit, but actually, let me pull up that picture of Blackwing that I got. And Blackwing, like I said, is a retool of Combiner Wars Air Raid, and an extended, mind you. Now that the Power of the Primes Deluxes have these extra panels on their combiner ports that allow the Prime Master to be attached to their chest. The only difference I can see in the Air Raid mold is the port on the top of the jet mode for the gun, the entire robot chest, and the forearms and the wing. Actually, no, they did the wings a little differently, but they're the same mold. And the cool thing about Dreadwing and Blackwing is, in their jet mode, they can combine into a jumbo jet called Dreadwing. Transformers Prime or the Generation Thrilling 30 Deluxe Dreadwing character Dreadwing, which was a jumbo jet combiner. So in Super God Master Force, they were known as Buster and Hydra, which I still think, when I think for Ultra Jet mode, I think they were still called. I could be wrong. I can't wait to pick those guys up because they can go right on the Cyclonus for a combined mode. Let's talk about now Beachcomber. Beachcomber looks awesome. I cannot wait to pick up Beachcomber. Looks like a phenomenal little Legends dude. And we're getting pretty close now to completing our mini bots from Optimus Prime's crew. Brawn, Sea Spray. We're getting Windcharger and Tailgate. Combiner Wars, if you. And we still need Huffer and Pipes. Then I think we'd be pretty. Oh, we have Cosmos. I almost forgot about him. Otherwise, we're pretty much close to being done with Prime's mini-bots. But Beachcomber looks great. He can Prime or Titan Master in his vehicle mode as all the Legends. But yeah, that's it for Beachcomber. And finally, let's get to Prime Master Skullgrin, or Prime Master Liege Maximo in Skullgrin. If you are not aware, the Prime Masters are just masters with Matrix faces now instead of Titan Master face or robot faces. And you can still put them in any Titan Return, Voyager Leader Deluxe, or you can attach them to the Leader class figures of Power of the Primes, and they become Sparks for the Matrix of Leadership. Prime Masters are with the decoy suits, which is Skullgrin and other bots, the Pretenders. And they have the individual Spark mode and decoy suit and weapon mode. These Prime Master characters with the decoy suits, put them in a weapon mode, any figure, to power them up. Say like you give easy there, Panda. We don't take the language. If you want, Panda, I'll send you a link for the live or for the stream if you want to join. Anyway, to give Submarauder, and I forget the name of that Submarauder. I have it right here. What is it? What is it? Rodger and Alchemist Prime. You could take Alchemist weapon mode and put it with your Starscream or any other figure in the line. But yeah, that's kind of it for Wave 1. Now, let's go into the realm of the leaks that came out about 2 ago. Now, they dropped a lot for the first half of next year. The first half of 2018 will be whatever comes out for Power of the Primes. Then Wave 4, 5, and 6 will come in 2018 and throughout the first couple months of 2019. But anyway, from Wave 1, Wave 3, and part of Wave 4. I'm gonna see if Panda will join. See if I can get him to join. Basically, with the leaks from Power of the Primes Wave 1, let's start with the Prime Masters. Wave 1 is Micronus and Autobot Cloudburst. Into the Prime Master Spark, and he has a really weird looking one. I don't know if I'll be able to show it to you guys or not, but I'm going to try in a minute to do some screen sharing. Let's turn this on. Hang on a minute. All right. Let's see if I can. All right. If you guys can see this, we have Wave 1, Micronus and Autobot Cloudburst. You can see the symbol in his Prime Master mode. Then we have, of course, Liege Maximo and Skullgrin, which you already saw. Vector Prime and Metalhawk. Wave 2, Alchemist Prime and Submarauder. Alpha Trion and Landmine. And then Wave 3 is Quintus Prime and Bludgeon, Megatronus and Bombburst, and Solus Prime and Octopunch. Now, all these guys look really, really cool. I'm going to be getting all of these because these are the 13 primes. All the primes for Prime Master form. Are you joining the stream or not, Panda? Because I sent you a link. You can join anytime you want. Power of the Primes. Wave 1, 2, 3, or 4. I can't remember. I think it was up to Wave 4. My thing wants to be stupid. Actually, no, let's talk about Legends first. Like I said earlier, it was Slash, Windcharger. I already basically went over all the Legends figures that were going to be revealed. Scrapnel, Beachcomber, Battle Slash, Road Trap, Tailgate, Cindersaur, Outback. That's just Wave 1 to 3. Hi, O1TV. yeah, let's go over deluxes now for wave 1 to 4. Starting in wave 1, we already knew about Dreadwind and Jazz. The other two were Dinobot Slag and Swoop. Rejoice that we have the Dinobots. Because, well, they're the Dinobots. And everybody loves the Dinobots. Let me put screen share back on. Hopefully I don't get in trouble with Hasbro for doing this again. We'll find out. Okay. So you guys can see here, Wave 1 Deluxes at the top. Wave 2 is Snarl, Sludge. We already knew about Blackwing. And 2 more, which is Ripper Snapper. For those who are not aware, Ripper Snapper is one of the 6 members of the Decepticon combiner known as the Terracons to form Abominus. The rival combiner of Computron is one of the Cybertron Fembots. Cybertron during Shockwave's ruling of the planet after Megatron and the Earth. Moonracer was part of a group that worked with Alpha Trion. It was her, Firestar, Chromia. I think that was it. There may have been another one I don't remember. But yeah, this is wave 1 and 2. Wave 3 and 4. Now, 4 gets kind of repetitive. Wave 3 and 4 kind of get repetitive. 4 is the most repetitive. We have Blot, Sinner Twin, and maybe a placeholder for Jazz. We don't know what it could be. Maybe it is a placeholder for another character. Now, Blot, Sinner Twin, and Cutthroat are the other 3 members of Blot is a weird hunchback creature. Sinner Twin is a 2-headed dragon. I don't remember what he was. And Jazz is there, which I'm thinking it's just a placeholder for something else. Wave 4, again, is Blackwing, Slag, and Ripper Snapper, and a new character, a Firestar, because they just lost the rights to her name. Now, moving on to the... Hold on, I've got to go back. Right here, the Voyager class figures for Wave 1 to 3. Wave 1, we already knew about Starscream. Voyager with him is Grimlock. And I'm just happy alone for this because it's Grimlock. We haven't had a decent Grimlock quite a while, since the fall of Cybertron. Wave 2 is Decepticon Combiner Hunger, which completes the Terracon Combiner Abominus. The other Fembot of the Fembot crew, Elita 1, which is rumored to be a retool of Starscream. But it's okay. 3 is Inferno, paint slight retool of the Hotspot Onslaught mold from Combiner Wars. Another Grimlock figure. Down to we have Optimus, Primal, and Rodimus Prime. All throughout Wave 1 to 3. Rodimus are in Wave 1, Optimus is in Wave 2, Primal is in Wave 3 with Rodimus, and then there's a repaint of Rodimus named Rodimus Uchronus. I don't know what this has to do with. And finally, year of this year, next year, which will be Predaking, the 5-bot combiner. I'm going to stop sharing. Coming out for the various. Now, let's talk about each individual figure from Voyager down to. Actually, let's start with Leader Prime. Actually, I've already talked about Leader Prime and Leader Rodimus, but Optimus Prime and Rodimus Prime, for those who are just jumping in to watch, Prime turns into his truck and trailer form. And then you can take the Optimus Prime truck and combine it with the trailer to make it a leader class sized Optimus Prime. Same with Rodimus Prime. You take him, combine him with his trailer, and make Rodimus. Now, with Grimlock and the Dinobots, not everybody was too happy about the Dinobots, the other 4 Dinobots in their current scale, because the other 4 are deluxes along with Grimlock. Sorry about that, that's my dog barking. Now, the Dinobots should all be the same size as Grimlock. Unfortunately, they're not, just due to the gimmick of what's going on with the Power of the Primes line. Anyway, so Slag, Swoop, Sludge, and Snarl are all deluxes because they are going to be combining with Grimlock into a combiner. As to what it's going to be called, we don't know. It may be called the Beast from the comics, or it may be called Dino King. All I know is I'm picking up the Dinobots, all 5 of them. That's just because I'm a sucker for the Dinobots. For Dinobots for 10 years, longer than 10 years now. So knowing that these guys are coming is great. Now, I'm going to talk about the Fembots here. Having more Fembots in the toy line, because it gives more variety to the girl fans of the Transformers that actually like the show. And I like the Beast too. It particularly looking in the comics, like he is ugly. Ugh. In the original show, the Fembots were introduced as how exactly fans reacted to this, because according to the original, the Autobots and the Decepticons weren't, they have genders. They were just, they all sounded like males. They didn't have an exact gender. The one episode of the original show came out on Cybertron, them at the time. Now, all these Fembots recently is great. We've got Chromia, Windblade, the Fembot Combiner, Victorion. Now we're getting these other 3 Fembots. Great. It just gives female fans a better chance to they actually liked in the original show, and not just be a show for guys, not girls. There are shows like this, like Power Rangers, other stuff. It has been mainly aimed for the guys, but girls watch the show too. It's great knowing that there are female fans out there who watch this show and actually love the female characters. And they can pick up toys of these growing up. Let's talk about Abominus. Ever since Combiner Wars came out, people were upset because Hasbro didn't give us the Beast Combiners. They had no plans at the time to do the other Beast Combiners, which was Piranacon. I'll dive into Piranacon a little bit. The King of the show. Piranacon came from the Japanese Transformers continuity. Transformers Rebirth. The show ended here in the States. But over in Japan, it continued with a couple other shows. Victory, God Master Force, or Super God Master Force, and I don't remember the other Japanese show. Or after Headmasters ended, it was Headmasters, Super God Master Force, and Victory. Headmasters ended over there. They brought in the gimmick of Force, which is where Piranacon came from. He is a combiner based with sea-based creature Decepticons. form. He fought Super God Jinrai, dead Optimus Prime controlled by a human in a mech suit. That's the best I can explain that. But Piranha-Con here in the States, the only thing we got for him was a reissue of the Japanese toy. As for Abominus, we didn't get him during Combiner Wars. Cool to do, but Hasbro didn't have the plans and really want to at the time to make any of the Beast Combiners because they're constant molding of cars and jets and trucks. What the main thing was with the Combiner Wars, it was either cars, jets, helicopters, or trucks. And a couple tanks. But it is great knowing that the Terracons are finally coming. If you're a stop-motion purist, you can recreate some fights between Computron and Abominus. Out and have Abominus limbs on Computron or Computron limbs on Abominus. All that fun stuff. Now for Predaking, he kind of changes the play pattern. Instead of being a 5-bot combiner, Predaking is he is a 5-bot combiner, except Voyager with 4 deluxes, he's 5 Voyagers that combine into one figure, like Devastator. And I'm kind of scared of this because Devastator box set been able to get any of the Titan figures recently. Not Devastator, Metroplex, Trypticon, any of them. So I'm kind of scared of how tall Predaking is going to be because already pretty big for just being 6 Voyagers. I don't know. He may be a smaller combiner. He might be the same height as Armada Unicron. Who knows? I've already talked about the Legends. Let's talk about Inferno. They brought back the Combiner Wars hotspot. They kind of fused it together to make Inferno. If they release him, they got to release the other fire truck guy of the crew, Grapple. Take Inferno and make him orange or gold. I don't remember his exact color. But if you do Inferno, you need to do Grapple. Just like with Starscream, you have to do Thundercracker and Skywarp. Whew. Okay, I think that covers pretty much the leaks now. How many days we got left? We got about 18 days left, which is the Transformers official convention made by Hasbro. That will Magic the Gathering, Star Wars, Marvel, My Little Pony, all that. Names coming to this convention: Flo Rida, Becky G, Stan Bush, the voice of Megatron himself, Peter Cullen, they got a bunch of names coming to this convention. What we see at HasCon officially in photos will be the official reveals of the Wave 1 toys and a little bit, or a look further into the Wave 2 toys. Because I would like to see these figures in full images and not just images that were taken on the camera that could have been easily taken off by Bandicam, so we could get clearer images of these characters. All right, bye. Only one TB. But yeah. What about with this line? All right, let's go into my theories and assumptions for this line. With when we were shown at the product panel, and I missed the final slide of Megatron, they showed off of Megatron. Actually, let me pull this up and I can screen share it with you guys. All right. The artwork design that we saw for Megatron, it could be another tank Megatron. I believe that this isn't. Is if you look right at the top of his right shoulder with his fist, there's a gun trigger clip. Or the trigger that you pull on the back of the gun to load it. On a pistol. It's there on his shoulder, and then his legs look just like regular old Megatron. I believe that this may be a Voyager Megatron that turns into his gun. Be another tank Megatron. Who knows? You guys think about that in the chat. It is another tank Megatron. So maybe it'll be a Voyager combiner-ish Megatron. Who knows? Is that, I think, of all the other stuff that's been talked about so far? Other than that, my other theories for this line is going to assume that we may get Autobot, Ratchet, Sideswipe, and Blue Streak to go with the other figures that came out during Combiner Wars. Who knows? We have all next year and all of 2019 for these figures. Actually, let's make an assumption of right now who could be the Titan figure for next year. A lot of people are suggesting either Autobot Omega Supreme, Unicron, a brand new version of Unicron that isn't the Armada version, is actually a lot bigger Armada Unicron. It could be the size of Metroplex and Trypticon, or even Devastator. I don't know. What else? Before, with Starscream. Then you need to do Thundercracker and Skywarp to go with him. The Seekers, and then not do the other two. Do Sunstorm, Acid Storm, the Coneheads. For me, all that matters is that you do, Hasbro does all three of the Seekers. Because you just can't leave out Thundercracker and Skywarp. People run the reason that they may not do the other two is because of how they were sold during Combiner Wars. It's like, very well, because not one of them. Nobody, or they were so shelf-warming because of the scale. Not every collector wants version of a character unless it is Masterpiece. If it is not a Masterpiece figure that's at a linear scale, Generations toy line, you're gonna be like, no, I'll wait for a better one to come out. That's what it was. That's what it's been for a while. The Seekers have been deluxes forever now. Figures during during Combiner Wars, and not everybody was too happy on that. Do anything for them during Titan's Return. They have a headmaster of Starscream overseas, and now Power of the Primes is giving us a Voyager Starscream, which I absolutely love. The bulkiness all that much, but I can get over it. Let me know in the chat, guys. I want to know, like, what Power of the Primes figures do you want to see be made? see the other two Seekers be made. I really would like to know what you guys think. I have got such a bad stuttering issue recently. That is really about. I will end the stream in about 10 minutes. I just want to see what your guys' responses may be. What else can I add to the stream? Let's go over Takara's recent, or the Takara Legends line, which is the Hasbro or the Takara version of the Generations toy line. Let's go over what they've come out with as of the last month or two. Let's go all the way back to Tokyo Toy Show back in June with Leader Class, Voyager Class, Broadside with Repugnus Titan Master Body, Fire, and Double Cross. I'm just going to pull up screen share again one more time so you guys can see what we're looking at here. Alrighty. Now I've got screen share on. Let's pull up some of the Legend stuff. Starting off right here with Leader Class LD 6-shot, who actually has some more work done compared to his Hasbro counterpart. I'll show off all various images. Here is his Headmaster, which doesn't have a name unlike the ones here. It's just 6-shot, like it was in Japan. Here is his car mode, a representation of all 6 of his modes. His submarine mode, aka his gun mode, his jet mode, his tank mode, his wolf mode. And here's a better look at bot mode. Now, the only differences between the Hasbro and the Takara versions of 6-shot is the paint and the head and the helmet. Those are the only big differences. 6-shot got a brand new head and a brand new helmet for the figure. Let's go look at Misfire and Cross. Here is Double Cross, or Misfire with Target Master. Here is a better look at Misfire in his robot mode. Here is his Target Master, who can transform into a gun. And Misfire in his jet mode. These guys look really cool, honestly, but Masters here in the States. Double Cross. Not the name Twin Inferno that Hasbro gave him because they couldn't give him the rights. Bot mode. Double-headed dragon mode. And his target. Well, this is not his Target Master. This is Blur's Target Master. Came out previously in the beginning of the Titans Return line, and he didn't have this. So that I should cover. Oh, yeah. Little Legends LG54 Bumblebee with Exosuit Spike. Already picked up Titans Return Bumblebee, like I've said before. I was going to pre-order this, but by the time I had the money for him, he was already sold out. And I was like, oh. And I missed the opportunity to get him with Spike. Here's Bumblebee in his car mode with Spike from Rebirth, Transformers Rebirth. Seems to do, they are now basing it on our cartoon and not their cartoon. Coming up, we have got where is Broadside at? I think I passed him. That or you went into the sold out section. Nope, I just passed him. Oh, here's Broadside. LG 53 Broadside with the Repugnus Titan Master body armor. Here is a better look at Voyager Broadside, who is a retool of Voyager Alpha Trion. Here is the Repugnus Master bodysuit. It's one of its various modes. Broadside in his ugly-looking jet mode, and his battle station mode, or his not battle station, his carrier ship mode. On we have got Legends, LG-48 Brawn, and Repugnus. The Repugnus Headmaster now. Here's a better look at Brawn with Repugnus in his little robot mode, in vehicle mode, and then here is the Repugnus Headmaster. It is a shame we didn't get the other two monster bots in deluxe form. That's a little unfortunate. Going up, we have LG-47 Kickback and Clouder, aka Double Dealer, for Power Master fans. Here is Kickback in his bot mode. Looks very nice. At first, I thought these wings were silver painted, but they're a translucent silverish plastic. Here he is with Clouder, insect mode with Clouder, head mode. This looks nice. Like, this looks really nice. And this comes from the Titans Return Ramhorn figure. All right, let's look back to the first page. We have got here LG-60, the most recent reveal of with his headmasters Giga and Mega, which in Super God Master Force they weren't heads, they were Power Masters, which are they can transform into little power armor pieces and attach to the characters and power them up. Here is Overlord's jet tank mode combination, his base mode, one of the variant faces for the figure. I think that's Mega's face. Here are Giga and Mega. Here they are in the separate vehicle modes. And here's a better look at Overlord in general. Now, in the chests are molded in Power Masters, because these guys actually couldn't be the Power Master figures. Going up, we have LG-58 Fastlane and Cloudraker. This I will be pre-ordering. Really want to get these guys. They're already, both versions of these guys are exclusives. The only way to get Fastlane is through a box set, and the only way to get Cloudraker is at Walgreens. And knowing how hard it was to get Brainstorm originally, I don't want to try this. So here we got them in their bot modes, in their vehicle modes, and with them holding headmasters. Yeah, these guys go for $35.99. I will be pre-ordering them at some point. Going up, we have nothing here. I have to go back to the second page. The last figure here is who I want to talk about. We have LG-59 Blitzwing. This looks, but I'm not going to get it because I'm not paying $55. So here we have Blitzwing in his tank mode with some nice paint apps, with the headmaster sitting inside. Blitzwing's jet mode, and this looks gorgeous. And we have the Titans Return Shuffler body armor, painted in black and silver and red, which this looks nice. There it is in its little tank mode, and there it is in its elephant mode. And there is Blitzwing holding it in what looks to be a shield missile launcher mode. Other figures that I missed, I'm trying to look for. Oh, Perceptor. I went over Perceptor. Different from Perceptor here from Hasbro and Takara. Well, here he is in his microscope mode, and here is Shuffler, and this is Ramhorn, which his head comes with kickback. This looks nice in the silver, the gold, and the bronze. Is Perceptor holding Ramhorn in his same kind of shield configuration. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to put Panda Prime on the call. You'll be able to hear him. Let's hope. Because I don't know exactly how well his were. Let's see. Okay, Panda Prime does not want to pick up. Let's get back to here. I don't know what they're doing with Shuffler's head over there yet. There he is. And now you decide to do this. Hello? Okay. I'm going to Panda Prime. If anybody's even in. Well, I can hear him, but you guys can hear him. So let me know. Oh.
My name's Panda Booty.
Stop sharing my screen. But now that I got you here, we can talk. I can get your opinions on Power of the Primes for.
Can they hear me?
No one else has responded since 01. Actually, I check got on the Xbox right now since I've. I want right now. Okay, you come through, but very faintly. So that way you can actually come over here on the screen, actually interact better with your audio clearer.
Or we could not do that. Do a live stream instead on my channel.
40-something minutes in on this one.
I don't care.
Oh no, I'm an hour. Actually, hold on. I'm just gonna you guys. I want to thank you all If you guys want to hear me over on, you can go do so. Otherwise, I'm here.